have been hilarious.
That would have been. All right, everybody. Welcome back to another episode. What? Oh, we've seen that one. Joe Parker here in the car with Brahmi Croc and Avi. The gang, the band is back together.
Let's do
Good
it.
to be back. What a beautiful day.
Look at all these open house signs.
Yeah, you know, it's Broker
Let's
Caravan
go.
Day. Whenever we're driving around and we've got you on the camera with us and you're seeing open house signs that we're driving past, this is Broker Caravan and we're bringing you along for the ride. We love sharing this town with you. We love showing what it's like to commute around all these different neighborhoods, and then of course taking you inside the homes that are for sale that make this community so special that people come from all over the world to seek out a lifestyle that's offered here in Santa Barbara. So welcome to the channel. If it sounds like something you're interested in following, subscribe, because we're putting these videos out every week. And it's a lot of fun. It's a great way to learn about a community that you're curious about. So this is definitely the spot for you to spend a little time. There's a bunch of videos on here. You could backtrack and see what we've been up to. So
#1 most subscriibed real estate channel in Santa Barbara.
stop it. People don't like to hear bragging.
It is #1.
I don't know about that. But anyways, today we're in Montecito and we're going over to the section of Montecito called the Eucalyptus Hill area. It's kind of Montecito adjacent. You're still getting the Montecito address, zip code and everything, but you're not going to put yourself in the Montecito Elementary School attendance area.
Which is a big deal for a lot of people.
Big deal. And it could be as much as the exact same house selling for maybe $1 million more because it's over in the Montecito School District. So something to be aware of, but it gets you into this area of town, which is convenient. We'll talk about why it's convenient, and it will get you in at a little less money, and you might find some views. There's a lot of
there's some upside to it.
a lot of upside. Like this area produces kind of like that Riviera view almost, where you're not super high up in the hills, but you're still getting elevated and getting an ocean view. So there's not a lot of places around town.
And let's face it, there are a lot of great private schools, so maybe you don't need to go to public school.
A lot of people choose that. Yeah.
You know, you can live in this area and still choose the school of, that best fits your family.
And I'd say another big pro is you have oftentimes really big and private lots, but you don't need to be, and a lot of people don't want to have the full gated compound if that's not your style. And I feel like you still get a lot of privacy, a lot of square footage, a big lot, and you definitely get a discount compared to some of the ultra, high demand streets of Montecito.
Yeah. Well, and in this area specifically, Eucalyptus Hill, a lot of views. A lot more views over here.
Especially right up there, those houses up there on the hill.
Absolutely.
We've toured Via Alicia, a couple homes up there. They have incredible views. We're going to see quite a few views today, I think, and you can see it's sunny. We've had a string of
We got a bluebird day.
June gloom days on these videos. The last maybe 4 or 5 videos have been overcast, so this is really special to have some sunshine. So you guys know I'm not lying when I say that we are not always gray.
All right, well, let's get into this first one. 150 Cedar Lane, listed for $4,850,000. It is, where is it? 5 bedroom, 3 full bath, 2 half bath. So that's pretty good. 3,027 square feet. It is just shy of a half acre, 3/8. Let's see what else. Set on a quiet street with sweeping ocean, harbor, and city views. This 5-bedroom coastal retreat is a harmonious blend of tasteful design and impeccable craftsmanship. Built to embrace effortless entertaining, the home lives single level with inviting living and dining spaces framed by French doors opening to sweeping vistas, wraparound porch, and lush yard.
One thing to note on this one, I'm not sure if it will always say this on Zillow, but it says days on market is 16, but it actually was taken off, put back on the market. So on our MLS, it says the cumulative days on market, which is 114, Brahmi? Yeah.
Yep.
So even though some people will be, this only been on the market maybe for 16 days, it actually was on the market for over 100 days. They just did a slight pause and they put it
previously
back on.
Listed for $5,295,000. So what are we looking at? Just about 400,000 drop. And last sold 20 years ago. So the price is irrelevant. It was 1.3 million, but doesn't really matter for today.
I got hoodwinked by a sign going to the a property we're going to see later at the end of the video. So There's going to be 3 homes we're seeing today. You're going to want to stick around for the last one. This one
this
on
map
Overlook.
thing right here? It actually tells you where you're supposed to go.
For some reason, I don't like following
It's
it.
funny, I don't even know why we put it in, because you definitely do not use it.
Well, once I know that I'm lost, I go back to the map and find out where I went wrong.
once you're all, we should have been there 10 seconds ago.
Once I realize,
Now,
okay, something's not tracking,
that's
then
the problem. I need to read this sooner, so
I
I
can go back to this map.
They do say it's good for your brain not to always rely on GPS. I
Hey.
think Joe's just doing it for his brain.
Dude, his
That's
brain
right.
must be growing like
So
crazy.
That
Because he
last
is
week,
not using technology.
last week, and I was following the map last week. The map actually led me astray. Like, it didn't like up there in Gaviota. I think it was because for a while there I was following it. All of a sudden it disappeared.
So funny. This is the one. We're here.
Here we go.
We made it. All right, buddy. Let's go.
Oh, here I can. If you park right there, I can bang your door in that fire hydrant.
Oh, that wouldn't be nice, but you could take out these flowers.
Nah, we'll be good.
Then we're good.
Okay. All right, let's get in there.
All right, here's a street view on this one. What I love about this street view is just beyond the fellas there, you got those views of the city. Super sweet.
Yes.
Those nice gardens there. All right, here's the front porch view. Great city shots along with the channel and the islands, but look at this beautifully hedged in front yard too. You've got a lot of grass, pine tree, and all the landmarks of downtown are visible, and you're going to get a lot of lights twinkling at night. And then of course the harbor out there and Stearns Wharf and the Mesa. Just had 4th of July, would have had fireworks over there shooting off, so you probably would have had a great view of that show. So,
Upstairs, and the owner tells me that you could pull a
nice
junior
front
ADU.
porch. Look at this. Living room connected to the dining room, framed by a nice fireplace with brick. A lot of French doors. Bringing in light and allowing you to access that indoor-outdoor lifestyle. Nice traditional home here. Lots of moldings. All right, and then this is the breezeway kind of transition into this dining room. You can see our kitchen off in the distance there. But first things first, let's see this dining room here. And a nice detail on the ceiling. You can see some beams here, and then a little contrast to the exposed beams in there. And off the dining, of course, you got this al fresco dining patio. Nice brick surface there, magnolia tree. You got the copper gutters and easy access into this kitchen. Island with the Carrara marble. A really nice looking Viking stove. I like that blue color, kind of cobalt color. The griddle in the middle. Farm style sink. This little alcove with the fridge and storage. Looks like possibly laundry under there. We'll go out here in a minute, but just to get an idea what's outside this farm door.
People love white out.
I like that. Family room here. Another little dining section. Powder room. Okay, this door is going to close off this wing of bedrooms. So this has got a nice outdoor access through these French doors out to the ping pong table. Some crown moldings. bathroom here. Stand-up shower. Another nice bedroom. This one's a little bigger. This is on the view side of the home, so it's always going to be nice to be in this room. A little bit bigger. Access out to the porch. There's a spiral staircase that takes us to something up above we'll have to check out. Another cute bedroom. Got its private bath attached. Cool detail there on the tile. Carrara marble again on the countertop. Little palm trees on the wallpaper. Seeing more and more wallpaper these days. Subway tiles, timeless. Let's go find upstairs. Now let's see what this has got. At the top of these spiral steps. Got this balcony. Of course, it wouldn't be a Santa Barbara view without a power line right there, but not too bad. Okay, we've got this office space, kind of flex room. Bathroom, just a half bath. And closet area. The view looking out to the back, and I think we've got another little structure or something there in the back we gotta go check out. Oh, hey, you! All right, now we're back to the outside. Went out the kitchen again to this. So there's a lot of front yard, just a tiny little backyard area, and then a detached 2-car garage makes up the rest of this property. So. Cool Porsche. All right, I think we've seen it. Okay, one in the books. Cedar Lane, cute little street right here.
Great street, great house. I liked a lot of the finishes. I like the hardwood floors. You're not going to have a lot of yard except the front had some decent lawn space.
Yeah.
And you could, amazing views, even standing in the lawn. I was impressed.
Yeah, you're going to spend a lot of time, I think, at that front porch to take in the views in front of that lawn, and then that side little brick patio for alfresco dining or chilling out. I don't know if you could see the view as much from over there.
Yeah. And then that really cool office upstairs, which they were saying junior ADU. Pretty small, but I don't know, great little guest suite. I mean, the view was incredible from there.
Yeah.
I like how this street as well, it's more walkable, like where we're turning right now. Not much sidewalk and a lot of car traffic, and over back where we were, there's no sidewalk, but at least it's not very
it's very
traffic.
quiet.
Yeah,
very quiet.
Yeah, decent street hiking.
So yeah, I liked it.
It had a lot of traditional kind of character compared to some of the ones like we're going to see right now. This next home, if you love modern architecture, you're going to like this because it's definitely a lot different than what we just saw. It's going to be more clean, contemporary, kind of less of the traditional woodwork. You saw a lot of that woodwork and molding in that last house. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
it
was really nice.
Ways they did the ceilings, you know, like the dining rooms, the beams were running a little bit different.
There's a lot of nice, classic, well taken care of finishes.
Yeah.
Like they're semi-timeless. A lot of, like the bathrooms, they still look great. Like you could easily do nothing to that place and just move right in.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't, well, except that one room with the carpet, I would definitely get rid of the carpet, but that's standard. That's just me. That's what I prefer.
Yeah.
But it was not a property where I'd be like, oh, you got to redo all this stuff. It's old.
Am I diving in?
Well, I mean, it sure looks like you are. Oh, hey, what are we doing here?
What are we doing?
1944 Eucalyptus Hill Road. This is listed for $4,395,000. It is a 3-bedroom, 2 full bath, 1 half bath, 2,700 square feet.
All right, street view on this one. A little bit busier out there. You can see a little drop off there, and another little drop off down there. Some patios over there, and the garage is detached. Let's just see real quick before we go inside what's going on right over here. You're picking up a little more traffic noise on this side. I'm not going to go in that room just yet. Looks like a little ADU, but we'll get into it the other way. Okay, nice little shaded patio on a day like today where we're starting to get a little bit of heat. You know, we got 80-degree temperatures forecast. Everyone's freaking out. So you're gonna want to find those little areas that have shade. Okay, look at this.
And even if people went up the story, it's like that wouldn't work for you. That's what's cool about it, is like you're
Gotta go straight into the view. No lines on this one.
Yeah, never get sick of it. No. Yeah.
Yeah, this view will never get old.
Thank you.
Killer, right over all the treetops, and then you get the horizon line out there in the distance. At night, you get the oil rigs lighting up in downtown and the harbor. So you get a lot of interesting views, whether it's day or night. This room here, really cool vaulted ceiling with plenty of windows adding all kinds of light. Got this beautiful oak floor. Dining area. To this little galley kitchen. Love the warm honey-colored wood, and then the stainless steel and black appliances, real sharp. Just leaning into that modern vibe here. This has also got a skylight up above, so you're getting a lot of natural light, and then this side window looking out to the pine tree. Super inviting. Nice powder room, clean. And then this is that deck I was looking at. Here's our garage. Finished nicely. This beautiful deck underneath these pine trees. Here's this house's version of the office. So we had that little crow's nest office in the first one, and then this one here above the garage. Nice ceiling line mimicking what we got in the house. Recessed speakers and a beautiful little spot to come out. And again, I'm gonna have to zoom because look at the harbor over there. Right there, so sweet. Okay. Let's go downstairs.
I see more of it.
Okay, back in the house.
We actually have a broker from LA who's driving out to see it today.
So a nice little sitting area, another balcony. More of those views. Really nice to give you guys an example of a view home that doesn't have power lines in it. It happens so often. It's so disappointing. I know we're kind of used to it here, but people coming from other areas, they really are not so used to it, do not appreciate it. Okay, everybody, we got a closet. Big old slider in here, so you just got a wall of basically glass to bring in this view. That fireplace looks like it goes all the way through into this bathroom. So there's the water closet, really cool shower. It's like showering in your garden, but with all the comfort of being inside. Bathtub here with a view. Look at that. Dual sinks. Closet, saw that. Excuse me. Oh, cool little sitting room here. Nice feature of the primary. And then access to the outdoors. Again, I love how this house is providing outdoor spaces that are shaded on a day like today. Really appreciate it. Go back on this side and see what's over here. So many outdoor spaces. Here's another one. This wood deck, it looks like a palope or ipai wood deck, that Brazilian hardwood. And then as you get down here to the lowest level, got the pea gravel down. Maybe some more area to possibly garden down there if you're looking for a place to plant something. That's what we're looking at here from down below. Okay, here we go. We're back inside on this primary level where the primary bedroom is, and it looks like we might have a couple more rooms over here. Bedroom, beautiful kind of polished concrete floors. Attached bathroom, stand-up shower. Oh, exercise room. All right, everyone. Really sweet place. Someone's gonna love this one. The architecture definitely is speaking to somebody directly to their heart. They're gonna gobble this up, I think.
Put it down.
I put it down?
I think so.
All right, that, my friends, was a sweet house.
Very cool.
Unique.
Very
Very cool.
unique. I mean, I loved all the little spaces, you know, inside and outside. They had that theme of like, it's the opposite of the big open floor plan. It's like compartmentalized little zones, little spaces.
Totally.
In the house, out of the house. I mean, you could have full sun if you want. You could have full shade if you
Need to
want.
not be
You could have
scared of stairs.
50-50. Can't be scared of stairs. Lots of little split levels.
Which I don't mind. I like it.
Yeah, I do too.
I like it. But
So the architect was super intentional about designing everything probably for a purpose. I don't know.
Yeah, the
100%.
most important thing to them was being true to the architectural style, and then from there, I think.
well, Avi and I had a really funny conversation prior to going in, and it was the first house, which was, we were saying was classically timeless, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like those finishes, you could, you know, people like them no matter what time. And then we were like, well, modern, you know, modern, it's almost like an oxymoron to then say it's classic. But that was a classic modern house.
Mm-hmm.
And even though initially it was built in the 70s, it still is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, it was still really, I mean, you definitely need to enjoy modern architecture.
Mhm.
But it had a classic feel to it.
I feel like mid-century does that same thing. When you get into a nice mid-century modern home,
Oh, son of a gun.
wasn't expecting that.
You can just go around it.
Say less.
Oh,
I was
breaking
about
the
to turn around
rules.
until Brahmi said, "Just go
I don't
around
know. What did I do?
it." Damn, Brahmi.
They're on lunch break right now for sure. It's 12:01.
All right, to continue your thought
Sorry.
now. Mid-century modern is popular again, but it feels like it never really went out of style, in the sense that it's got that look that, you know, you just know when you're in a nice mid-century modern home that's been well designed. It has that timeless kind of vibe to it. It almost gives me that Jetsons feeling. It was like modern from back in the day, what they thought modern would be like, and it's kind of cute.
Well, and someone could come in and tune it up and just clean up and put their own personal modern spin on it. You know, it's always going to be a modern house.
Yeah.
Regardless that it was built in the 70s.
Right.
Like that's just the design.
Yeah.
Working
That's
with the
what it
right
is.
architect or builder, they'll renovate it and keep the classic style. I feel like if you do it right.
Yeah, that one definitely was true. That's going to be for architectural enthusiast, I think, you know.
Yeah.
That's the type of property. It was in a book, a Santa Barbara architectural book.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
It's definitely got some notoriety in that world, in that space of important buildings.
Okay, real quick, here we go. Next house, 1522 Knoll Circle Drive, listed for $6.25 million. It is 3-bedroom, 5 full baths. Wow. And 1 half bath. Solid.
5 fulls, 1 half. Just in
Don't
case.
see that all the time where you have more bathrooms than bedrooms. It is 3,100 square feet, half-acre lot. What else? Here's your chance to own a truly special slice of Santa Barbara. Thoughtfully expanded and masterfully renovated, this vibrant residence blends bold design elements with effortless style and comfort. The modern sun-filled interiors flow seamlessly to expansive outdoor living space, all set against unobstructed, power line-free views of the ocean, harbor, and city.
Ooh.
Let's go see it.
That's nice because that last one was power line free as well.
Yes, and the first one had the power lines.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I was like, it's not horrible. But then you see it when you see it without, then you're like, oh, that's the difference.
Your camera for that house.
Okay.
We'll be videoing.
Nice.
This one as well has been on the market in total for about 90 days. They were on at about $7 million when they first launched. They took it off the market for a break and they did a big price reduction, not just like 100 or 200,000. I think they brought it down about 750. So
Okay. So
they're ready to sell it, sounds like.
could be ready. Let's go. All right, everyone. Street view on this. Driveway's got lots of extra parking. Beautiful big kind of Torrey pine looking tree here. Got the drought tolerant landscape with turf, Tesla charging, tree swing, glass garage door, basketball court. Nice retaining walls. They really captured this space here. You know, these retaining walls they put in, super expensive, but what they do is allow you to push back the slope and give the yard a nice area here that's nice and flat. So they've created some great yard space because the backyard is all pool. So you want to have a little front area here to play, and it's secure off the street, not a lot of traffic or anything. Beautiful little front deck. Let's go see what's inside. All right, let's go in. Immediately to the right, you got this great room with those sliding doors. They pocket into the wall. Super nice. Some of those doors you notice will accordion and stack up. The nicer ones, I feel, in my opinion, are the ones that go into the door or into the wall and just disappear. So you've got some interesting wallpaper looking kind of like paint strokes or something. And then this fireplace here. It's got some cool tile detail there. And the kitchen here, again, open up with lots of light and bright features. Look at that backsplash. And then you've got big long countertop, Wolf appliances. Love this island here. Got like a little soda stream thing there, a place for someone to chill, and then the booth. Really cool. Always wanted to have a booth in my place. And then what do we got back here? Here's a powder room with access right out to the pool and everything. So that's nice. Look at this tile. Hex tile. More wallpaper. They're doing that wallpaper that kind of looks like hand painted. This one's got a little wood paneling on the side. Add a nice little accent. This is the mud room with the extra fridge. Okay, and I think I'm making my way to the garage. Ooh, garage enthusiasts, behold. Polished concrete on the floors, French door out to the backyard, and finished with architectural interest with those beams like that. Let's go back through the living room over to these rooms where we'll find this den here, kind of flex room. This is a real comfortable place, nice and cool. Got some built-ins for studying, vaulted ceiling. Beautiful bathroom for these bedrooms. Look at that tile. And then how they did the subway tile on tilt like that, alternating. Kind of fun. And it's the glass enclosed shower, and the water closet with a pocket door. Guest bedroom here. Like that built-ins with the light drawer and shelving. The wood matches the wood around the windows. More of the same in here with a built-in desk feature as well. Recessed lighting, beautiful windows, wide plank oak floors. Okay, so that's a nice little wing. Then this bathroom here, dual sinks, floating toilet, and beautiful tub. Nice shower. Couple closets that went past there. Laundry room. Some cool wallpaper, stacker. And then the primary. More interesting wallpaper here. Wonderful closet. Look at this. Got ourselves a sauna. Everyone's loving saunas these days. Some really nice tile detail. It's a beautiful glass enclosed shower with Carrara marble subway tile and a nice little workstation there. Get your makeup on. Beautiful lighting, skylight. Access out to the pool, and then this. We've been seeing these a few. The Gaviota video I just did last week had a secret door into a little storage room. This is a secret door into a little pool cabana room almost, right? Because this goes right out to the pool. You got your TV, so if you got the game on, you got access to a bathroom. Could shower off in here. You also had that bathroom access off the other side of the home by the garage. This has got some killer city views right out there and ocean out that way as well. And look at this deck, that beautiful wood. And let's just check the panorama of this whole scene. Wow, look at that right down there, all those palm trees along Cabrillo Boulevard. One of the special things about Santa Barbara, all our parks on the oceanfront, free of homes just about. So everyone gets fractional ownership in the oceanfront in Santa Barbara as public park access to enjoy our coast. Downtown, look at all those landmarks and everything. Really sweet. And then, of course, all of this has a variety of shade and sun. So if it's a hot day like today, you have access to get out of the sun, but just go across the pool if you want to get some of that vitamin D and get some sun on the body. Definitely have the ability to track it down in this house. So as I make my way across here, I see a fire pit right here in the ground. That's cool. I just wanted to see what's going on the side here. Not much. That's where that one bathroom is. Look at this. They've got a great built-in outdoor kitchen here. Ooh, the pizza man making pizzas. Cool. And then back out here to the sun deck area, looking over the east side of Santa Barbara. This is one of the coolest houses I've seen in a while. You know, it's just not over the top, but it's super luxurious and comfortable. So it just kind of checks all the boxes, in my opinion. You know, a little bit modest, but also kind of over the top. And so comfortable and just great style, you know, great vibes. So, all right, everyone, what'd you think?
We're going to some dark hole. Oh, hey!
All right, everybody.
Oh,
that was a cool
man.
house, man. I think that I would love living there, and I wouldn't complain.
That's the winner of the day.
I thought that I wasn't going to change anything, and then I'm like, let me ask Brahmi, because Brahmi always finds the things that he would change, and I tend to agree with him. And you had some good points about the final corners.
Just small.
All right, little glitch in the video there, but were you saying something, or were you just laughing, huh?
No, we were talking about the view and like having power lines and not, and
Okay.
and when you don't have them, you really notice it.
Yeah.
For sure.
And that one also had no trees, and it was pretty much like 180 degrees. It was impressive, and it also was, I really liked being much lower with the view. It was just, I can't quite describe it, but to the eye, it was really satisfying. And I even talked to someone else, and they're like, I really like that too. It was just you're not up above looking down on the harbor.
Yeah.
And the ocean. You're just slightly above, and you have this massively expansive view that I think is really worth.
Santa Barbara view.
Yeah, I that's one of my favorites. I give that 100%.
What do you all think? Which one was your favorite? Which one did you like?
Let us know.
That one was justifiably $2 million more than the first one? I think we all agree, but we'd love to hear your opinion. We make these videos to give you an idea of what Santa Barbara is all about, what Montecito is all about, and also what some of the guys that are working this area in the real estate industry are all about. And if this resonates with you and you want to reach out to us, we invite you to do so. We'd love to hear from you. We're helping people all the time that meet us from the channel, and it's always a pleasure to get that call from someone that says, hey, I've been watching you on YouTube and we're thinking about moving.
I love it. People have been reaching out for loans. Love it. Love hearing from you. Love helping people with the financing. So please keep reaching out.
That's right. Anything else?
Look forward to it.
Make it a great day. We'll see you on the next video every week.
Yeah, be sure to subscribe, and thanks for watching, everyone. Peace. All right, little glitch in the video there, but were you saying something, or were you just laughing, huh?
No, we were talking about the view and like having power lines and not, and and when you don't have them, you really notice it.
Yeah,
for sure.
And that one also had no trees, and it was pretty much like 180 degrees. It was impressive, and it also was, I really liked being much lower with the view. It was just, I can't quite describe it, but to the eye, it was really satisfying. And I even talked to someone else, and they're like, I really like that too. It was just you're not up above looking down on the harbor.
Yeah.
And the ocean. You're just slightly above, and you have this massively expansive view that I think is really worth.
Santa Barbara view.
Yeah, I that's one of my favorites. I give that 100%.
What do you all think? Which one was your favorite? Which one did you like?
Let us know.
That one was justifiably $2 million more than the first one? I think we all agree, but we'd love to hear your opinion. We make these videos to give you an idea of what Santa Barbara is all about, what Montecito is all about, and also what some of the guys that are working this area in the real estate industry are all about. And if this resonates with you and you want to reach out to us, we invite you to do so. We'd love to hear from you. We're helping people all the time that meet us from the channel, and it's always a pleasure to get that call from someone that says, "Hey, I've been watching you on YouTube and we're
It's
thinking
awesome.
about moving."
I love it. People have been reaching out for loans. Love it. Love hearing from you. Love helping people with the financing. So please keep reaching out.
That's right. Anything else,
Look
Avi?
forward to it.
Make it a great day. We'll see you on the next video every week.
Yeah, be sure to subscribe, and thanks for watching, everyone. Peace.